Hello everyone, my name is the Emerald or Emerald Trick, and today we're going to be talking about the newest update coming to Grand Cross JP. I was not able to talk about the teaser for the next LR, mainly because I was held up with a bunch of work for college, and had to finish it. It was very fun, very great. But yeah, if you don't know, well, there's two things. One, we're getting a new ellatte, green ellatte, and two, the newest LR is going to be LR Margaret. It's actually pretty interesting to see Margaret getting the LR, considering that she is compared to the other three characters that we got is not that old. Still old enough to where I think it's fine, but I would prefer more like Red Sario or something, but whatever. So first we'll quickly go over Green ellatte. Here's her banner. It's whatever. I think it's fine, but as a 600 banner I wouldn't summon unless you are a goddess main. Then yeah, I think you should. You should, because she's actually a good back unit for. Well, she's like the one crazy back unit that the goddess is needed after all this time. So here it is. So these cards don't matter because you'll never see her. If she's on field, you probably lost. But for each goddess ally participating in the battle, the basic stats of the goddess allies will increase by 5%, and for each buff effect applied to goddess allies, the damage dealt by goddess allies will be increased by 3% up to 8 times. See, the thing is this saying for each buff applied on goddesses, or is it every time I use a buff this goes up? I'm assuming it's for let's say like I use like Margaret's blue card, and that puts 2 buffs on it. That's 6, and then that just sticks up. That's what I think it is. It's still good though. 50% base stack back unit for them is nice. I would have much preferred 8% for each, so it's 24%. It would have given a much higher basic stat bonus, which I think they need. Most of the basic stats that goddesses get are units that you're not using, so I think that it would be fine to increase up to like 8%. But I think it's fine. It's okay. At least they have a back unit now, which is good. Outside of Tristan or Anashi. So yeah, again, I would say don't summon unless you are a crazy goddess main, or you believe in the heart of the cards in Roxy, which I wouldn't recommend, but hey, if you believe. Alright, now we'll talk the Margaret. I have seen your skills beforehand. I haven't translated. So here's the quick rundown for this. So increases goddess ally base stats by 8% every time the ally uses stance or buff skill. I think that has not changed. I don't even think it's got an increase if I remember correctly. Wait, let me look it up. No, yeah, that's the same. That's the exact same as before. Oops, wrong one. What was this? And then yeah, this is the new one right here. Also, for every debuff removed by using the hero skill, increase goddess allies crit chance and crit damage by 4%. I'm not a particularly big fan of this. Because not only does she have to remove the debuff, which is not like the biggest deal in the world, but like if you're running LR Liz, you have to cleanse her first, then you can use the other debuff card. Sorry, the other buff card from Liz, which is okay, sure. And then it's like a very minimal increase. It's like 20%. Roxy gets 30% critical damage for each human on her relic. So I mean, I don't know. But I mean, I guess for every debuff remove, and usually all debuffs are AoE. So if you're fighting against Sins or Hell, you're cleansing like immediately, so that's something, right? I think our attack card's kind of though, like the new attack card, so I'll pull up this one for this. So the main change is that the multiplier goes up a bit, and she now applies debuff that lowers critical resistance. Now, what I wish it was this comes first and then this part, but whatever. Right? And then the buff card. The buff card's actually kind of disappointing. So, I believe normally, yeah, okay, so this is what it is before, right? So 30%, 20%, 30%, 20%. I actually have it right here. So yeah, right here. 45, so like here it's like 30, 20. It didn't change from level 1, which is wild. Level 2, it went from 45 to 50. The damage increase went from 45 to 50, and the damage decrease went from 30 to 40, which is nice, I guess. And then the only difference here is, again, the multiplier went up. Instead of 50% damage increase, it's 60% damage increase. And instead of 40% damage decrease, it's 50% damage decrease. I mean, it's fine. Like, sure, but I kind of wish she was doing. I like the level 1. I wish she was kind of doing like a little bit more. I really wish. Maybe if they really want to make it good, they can make it to where she gets basic stat. Like maybe barely change the multipliers. Maybe or just don't change it at all. But every card she now gives basic stats, but like a low amount. So like level 1 gives like 10%. Level 2 gets 15% base stats, and then level 3 gets 20%, and like and all the increased stuff. That's all I think, but maybe that's too broken. I don't know. And I wish this card, I wish the debuff kicked in first and then the char, not the other way, not this way around, right? So I mean, it'll do damage. How much does Meliodas' do? Let me see Lost Vein. Lost Vein had the same card, right? But it got Infect. 130, 195, 325. Okay, so it's a higher multiplier, but it's not doing Infect, which I guess is fair. I guess that's, yeah, I guess. This will do more damage, yeah, because she'll, what? It depends on her stats. I think she would, though. I think she would. She wouldn't could, because you're getting a lot more basic stats than, like, Meliodas would be. So, I mean, would he? Because Diana give you, like, what, 40% increase from her relic, I believe? It's like 40% of an increase from her relic? 30%, my bad. And then there's, Bond, who is also giving, he's giving H-related stats, I think. That's it, right? I believe it's what he's giving. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I still think she can do good damage. I don't like this card still, but I mean, it would be better than what it was before because, bro, look at this card beforehand. Like, look at this garbage. Like, look at this. What am I gonna do with? What am I gonna do with this? What am I actually gonna do with that? Huh? Tell me. Well, I mean, general verdict. It depends on their stats. I think Margaret. It comes down to Margaret's stats because based on just the kit alone, I think it's okay. The attack card is nice of a change, right? Wish this came first, but sure, right? This is mainly to help Mael, right? And I think it does a pretty good job. Not the greatest because this is still not fun to deal with. I wish they lowered this cap. Instead of 5 cards, should have been like 3 cards, like 4 or 3 cards. Because every time you use a stance or buff, and you're going to be running Mael, her, and most likely LR Liz, if you have her. If not, Bloody Ellie, yeah. And she doesn't have either. She doesn't have either of these. So, it's going to take you a while to get that. So I wish they changed that to higher. But, sure. Whatever. I wish they changed to like, oh, it's like gives like 10% to max of 40. So it's only 4 cards. Or even if they really want to, they could do like 15, max of 40, right? It'll be a weird number to stop at, but it lowers the card amount. Or they could just made 2 cards, like just 2 buff cards, and you get full pass. Well, then again, I guess on turn 1 you have max dot passive, and that's not great. Okay, that's I still wish I was higher. Oh yeah, the ultimate. The only thing it changed is now it has a debuff that increased damage taken by 50%. So basically, that means it guaranteed kills now, which I mean I think it already did, right? If you're seeing like this skill block effect, that was always there on 6/6. The only thing new is damage increase, which if it's not 6/6, how low is that gonna be? I'm assuming it's gonna be like, let's say it's like 1/6. I would say 5% at like 5% damage reduction, or sorry, 5% damage increase. Then 10, 15, 20, 30, 50. I can see that. The long lines. So new game mode, where you fight all 3 of these in 1 row. You get these special things. Pretty cool. You tell magic beast processing. Okay. And you can get them from these. You can get them with these. It looks okay. I don't know what else to say outside of it looks okay. I don't know what else to say. This makes a card set though. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I lied. These are just new cards they have. They're gonna be used for card sets though in the future. I could assume probably this one will be for the snake or dragon, whatever you call it, Nidhogger. Hold on, get chance for that. Grand Banquet, which no one cares about. This event sucks. Yeah, same event. The Moth Demon is back. No one cares. Hero Arena's back. I believe it's the exact same as last season, except with just different, you know, just different season characters, right? That's it. And that's it. I mean, it's fine. It's an okay update. I don't exactly have many problems with it. Like, I really wish Elite was a better release, and Margaret was just a better LR. Yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next video.